And starting today, entrepreneurs in Utah's life science industry will get the chance to showcase some new technology. Utah is the nation's fastest growing life sciences community in the country. More than 130,000 Utahns work in life sciences, which includes jobs in medical device manufacturing, research and testing, and biotechnology and more. These jobs also bring in more than $13 billion to our state. So joining us to explain the industry and how it's on display today is Kelvin Cullimore, the president and CEO of BioUtah. Kelvin, thanks for being with us here this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me, even though my name's a tongue twister.
Yeah, apparently more for me than I'm sure other people. But Kelvin, how does Utah getting a chance to show off our life sciences industry today?
Well, BioUtah is the state's trade association for the life science industry, and every year we host what is called the Entrepreneur and Investor Conference. It is intended to showcase Utah companies and to invite investors both locally and from around the country to see what's just happening here in Utah.
So basically it's to get a chance for everyone else to see all the cool things we're doing here in our state.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. We've had a lot of interest from around the country in the companies that are being presented. We'll have 20 or 30 investors coming in and taking a look virtually at what is happening here. And because of the growth that you mentioned, being the fastest growing in the country, there is a growing interest in the life science industry in the state of Utah.
So what are some of the innovative things our state's life sciences industry is doing?
Well, it's really interesting. Most people may not be aware, for instance, that the saliva test for COVID-19 was developed here in Utah. We were the first. The company Spectrum Solution was one of the first companies to present that. We have a kidney disease company that also developed a key test for COVID-19. We've been very much on the front lines, for instance, of COVID-19 testing.
So there's a lot to brag about here in Utah. I know you're working on something called Biohive. What's that?
Biohive, most people are probably familiar with Silicon Slopes. That is the branding of the high-tech industry here in Utah. Biohive is the counterpart for the life science industry. It is what we are promoting so that nationally, internationally, locally, when people hear of Biohive, they will think of the life science industry, medical device manufacturers, pharmaceutical manufacturers, diagnostics, things of that nature. It's our way of branding the industry to really tell the story of what is happening with life sciences in the state of Utah.
So as we tell that story to different people today who are attending the summit virtually, what does that do for our state?
Well, as you mentioned at the top of the introduction here, life science industry is one of the fastest growing in the country here in Utah. Not only do we generate a lot of jobs, but they're jobs that last a long time, and they pay 50% higher than the average wage in the state. So life science is very much a desirable industry. It's one of the focus industries for the Governor's Office of Economic Development. They recognize the benefit of having that kind of an industry, which is very recession-resistant type of jobs.
So help our economy stay afloat. How do we keep up with what's happening at the summit?
Well, obviously you can register to be a part of it. We will have some news coverage of the conference, but we also have newsletters and things will be going out, but we hope that those who are interested in life sciences will come and participate with us.
There you go, talking with Kelvin Cullimore. Did I get it right this time, Kelvin?
Kelvin.
Kelvin. It's a work in progress for me, Kelvin. My apologies.
Hey, I've been called a lot worse.
Well, thanks for being with us today.
Okay, thanks.